What's going on, guys? Today we're actually doing something completely different. A few months ago we featured a power washer from one of our sponsors that support our channel, Giraffe Tools. They recently came out with a better upgraded version of it and asked me if I would do a review on it. I said of course, I do like their power washer and I was excited to see what changes they made. So today we're actually going to go over all the upgrades and all the improvements that they made. Now if you're not interested in a power washer or in the market for one, feel free to come back for the next motor video. But if you are, stick around because this is not your normal power washer. This is a really cool setup here and this might be perfect for you, especially for those of you that have bikes that you like to keep super clean. Maybe you guys take yours off-road all the time, and this is going to be perfect for something like that. Of course, this is going to be awesome for washing your car, washing your driveway. So let's get into it here. So this is an electric wall-mounted power washer. So what that means is that this unit is going to go on your wall and it's going to stay there and be ready to go at all time. This is going to be powered by your standard household outlet, so no worrying about gas for this thing. Now the mounting on this is going to be super simple. They included this mounting bracket and all the screws and anchors that you need to mount it. Now make sure you mount this on some studs or something secure because this power washer is pretty heavy. But once you have the bracket on there, all you do is slide the unit right on the bracket, plug it in, attach the hose, and it's ready to go. Alright, so as I mentioned before, this is their upgraded unit. So what you see here in front of you is both of the units here. The one on the left, that is their Pressure Washer Pro. That is the new unit. It's going to be 2,500 PSI with a flow of 1.3 gallons per minute. Now the previous version that I have here, that's going to be 2,200 PSI and a flow of 2.1 gallons per minute. Now before I show you these in action, we're going to go over some of the difference in these two units. Now both of these are going to have a super long 100-foot hose. Now that's going to reach just about anywhere. Now the difference on the new unit is now they made it a replaceable hose. If you need to replace a hose in the future, now they made it a lot easier to take it off of the reel and be able to replace it with the new one. Also, the hose on the new one is going to be a lot more flexible than the old one, which is going to be great when you have the hose fully extended and you're moving around with it. It's just going to be a little bit more flexible, easier to use. Now, as you can see, both of these feature a retractable hose reel. The way this works, you just pull on the hose and you can stop it at any point just by letting go. And that's going to be because they're smart lock system. Now when you want to reel it back in, just tug on the hose a little bit, walk it back, and it'll reel itself perfectly and neatly back on the reel. Now another thing that they did upgrade here was a spray gun. Now even though they look very similar here, the new one has metal connections. The previous one had a plastic connection. I haven't had any issues with it, but I imagine the new one with the metal connections is going to last a lot longer. Now both of these are going to work great. The trigger feels good on them. Both of them come with different degree nozzles, and both of them are going to come with foam cannons. But now they made a huge improvement over the previous one, so it's definitely a lot better now. Now on the old one, yes, it worked. It did shoot out foam, but it was not adjustable. It was made out of plastic. It was definitely a cheaper foam cannon. Now on the new one here, they have all metal connections. Now you can actually adjust the spray pattern just by turning the knob here, and it's just a lot better. Now just to show you, when I used both of these on my truck, the foam on the older one was kind of uneven. As you can see, it's kind of dripping all over the place. It's just not very good. It does get the foam on there, but it's not that kind of foam that you want to see when you're washing your truck. Now the newer one, because you can adjust the spray, it just comes out so much better. The foam, as you can see, it's a lot more even, a lot thicker, and that's pretty much what you want to see in a foam cannon. Also, the nice thing is that there is a holder for the foam cannon and the spray gun. Right, now let's talk about the biggest and most important change that they made between these two units, and that's going to be the pressure and the noise level on these. Now they increased the pressure from 2,200 PSI to 2,500 PSI. Now I know that doesn't sound like a big difference, but when I'm using these, I can definitely feel the power difference on them. As you can see, it does a really good job of cleaning my driveway here, all that dirt, all that gunk off of there. Now another huge change is that the new one is a lot quieter now. The way you operate both of these units is there's a switch here on the side. Once you flip that switch, you're going to hear the motor turn on. Now the nice thing is that the motor's not going to run the whole time like a gas powered washer does. The way it works, when you pull the trigger, the motor's going to turn on. When you let go of the trigger, it's actually going to stop the motor. So that's actually going to extend the life of this system. Now I'm going to let you listen to both of these so you can notice the noise level on each one. Now, as you guys heard, that's definitely a big difference. The new one is just more powerful and a lot quieter. Now, apart from the changes they already made, would I change anything else about this unit? Well, I think the system works good. The pressure is good. I like that I don't have to put gas in it. I like that I don't have to take it out of the shed every time I need to use it, because a lot of times if I have to do all that, then I end up putting it off for another day. But with the setup like this, I guess I have no excuses. So I guess the only thing I would change about this is maybe a better foam canister. The upgraded one is great, but it is top heavier now, so it tends to want to fall over. So maybe a wider canister in the future. Other than that though, it's a good setup. I'm pretty happy with it. Their last setup was great, but they definitely listened to some of the feedback and made it a lot better. So let me know in the comments below what you think about the new Grandfalls Pressure Washer Pro from Giraffe Tools, and if this is something that you guys would get. Right guys, and if you have any questions about this unit, let me know down in the comments. And also, if you're interested in picking one up, you can pick one up on their website or on Amazon. I'll leave the links down below. Thank you guys for checking out today's review video. Now again, this is not going to be the normal on this channel. We're going to keep up the compilations. That's not going to change. This is going to be like once in a while in between. If I see a good product here and there, then I will let you guys know about it. But thank you guys so much for being here, and we'll catch you guys on the next moto video. Peace out.